Monday turned out to be a day of hectic parleys after the US struck Iranian nuclear sites a day earlier. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi met Russia's President Vladimir Putin in Moscow, who said that Moscow is trying to help the Iranian people.
Absolutely unprovoked aggression against Iran has no basis or justification. We have long standing, good, and reliable relations with Iran. On our part, we are making efforts to assist the Iranian people.
On his part, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi thanked Vladimir Putin for condemning US strikes on Iran. International Atomic Energy Agency, or the IAEA, too held a meeting of its board of governors at its headquarters in Vienna. While the agency said that there could be significant damage to the Iranian sites, UN nuclear watchdog had sought permission to send its inspectors to Iran's nuclear sites to gauge conditions of its uranium stockpiles.
To achieve the long-term assurance that Iran does not acquire a nuclear weapon and for the continued effectiveness of the global non-proliferation regime, we must return to negotiations.
But Iranian representative alleged that IAEA is no longer functioning effectively.
The present situation has reaffirmed the troubling reality that the IAEA and broader non-proliferation regime established under the NPT is no longer considered functioning effectively by some in upholding its foundational objective and legal responsibilities.
Earlier, Speaker of Iran's parliament stated that Tehran is seeking to suspend cooperation with the IAEA. On the other hand, in the Netherlands, NATO chief Mark Rutte said that US strikes on Iran over the weekend did not violate international law.
My biggest fear would be for Iran to own and be able to use and deploy a nuclear weapon. It would be a stranglehold on Israel, on the whole region and other parts of the world. And that is why NATO has said Iran should not, and this is a consistent position of NATO, Iran should not have its hands on a nuclear weapon. So, and I would not agree that this is against international law what the US did.
Meanwhile, countries continue to push for de-escalation. President of the European Union Parliament, Roberta Metsola, who was in Abu Dhabi, hoped that there is a path for peace.
What the regime in Iran does next will determine its future. There is a path to peace. Now is the moment for it to be grabbed and not for the situation to escalate. The same is true for the security threats on our maritime channels.
On the ground, Israeli military continued strikes in Iran on Monday, striking multiple sites in Tehran.
At this time, we continue to damage and deny the Iranian regime's ability to launch and produce missiles. At this moment, the Air Force planes are deepening the strikes in the Tehran area with an emphasis on commanding headquarters of the Revolutionary Guards.
Israeli Defense Minister Israeli Katz posted on X saying that Israel struck with unprecedented force Iranian regime targets in Tehran, including the Evin prison for political prisoners, among other targets. With Fuzail Ahmed, Tanvi Taneja for DD India.